On December 7, 1964, North Vietnamese regulars combined with local forces in Binh Dinh province, overrunning the An Lao Valley and holding it for 3 days against determined ARVN counterattacks. This is the story of the battle for An Lao and how the Vietnam War began to escalate. This channel's mission is to challenge the Vietnam orthodoxy through reference to primary sources. Much of what you know about the Vietnam War is either incomplete or false. Please consider supporting this channel and its mission through Patreon. The link is in the description. In 1964, the Saigon government constructed the An Lao District Headquarters base. An Lao District, located in Binh Dinh province, was a mountainous area and an important base of the PAVN 5th Military Region. The district capital lies in a valley, Road 56 connecting to Highway 1A to the south in Bong Son, following the An Lao River to Ba To District, and crossing the river the arterial road of the An Lao District headquarters. The ARVN raised their numbers in the valley to 884, which included 2 companies and 2 platoons of regional forces, 12 platoons of popular forces, a mortar platoon, and a special forces platoon. In addition to the district headquarters base, 3 strongholds were established. Mount Mot, also known as Hill 193, to the north of An Lao Bridge, and blocking the road between the district capital and the northwest, Mount Mit in Long Tan, and Ba Nio Stream in Hoi Long. Mount Mot was the main position, and was held by a regional forces company, a popular forces platoon, a special forces platoon, with support from a mortar platoon. Civilians living in the valley had been moved to 8 strategic hamlets, each defended by a popular forces platoon. In early 1964, 5th Military Region planned Campaign An Lao. It aimed the capture of the An Lao Valley, and a linking of bases in Quang Ngai Province and Binh Dinh Province. Local forces would be reinforced with the main force PAVN 2nd Infantry Regiment and the 409th Sapper Battalion. Early on the morning of December 7, 1964, a combined Viet Cong and PAVN force consisting of 2nd Infantry Regiment, 409th Sapper Battalion and Binh Dinh Province Command attacked an ARVN position on a hilltop north of the An Lao District headquarters. The small garrison immediately reported it was surrounded and under heavy recoilless rifle and 81mm mortar fire. Captain Peter Coggins set his UH-1 helicopter down on a road in front of the position to evacuate wounded ARVN soldiers, drawing heavy enemy fire, even with the presence of 2 gunships overhead. A 60mm mortar round exploded 30 feet from the left tail, and as the helicopter started to lift off, a second round landed 30 yards ahead. As Coggins circled over the mortar fire, the ARVN commander pleaded with him to load the wounded, and this time Coggins landed inside the outpost. Heavy fire from the surrounding hills peppered the outpost, and the helicopter sustained several hits. Coggins lifted off as another mortar round landed inside the outpost. 11 wounded men loaded on his helicopter. The district headquarters was captured in an early morning surprise attack. The fence was scaled, grenades tossed into ARVN machine gun positions, and the headquarters was overrun by a second wave. That night, MacV reported the command post on Hill 193 had been overrun. The An Lao subsector headquarters was threatened, and 2 ARVN companies were missing. The communists had remained in the area to fight. First Lieutenant James G. Dunton, assigned to Advisory Team 2 and advising the 33rd ARVN Regiment 2, was mortally wounded by shrapnel when attackers armed with grenade launchers overran the outpost. On the afternoon of December 8th, an ARVN battalion arrived, escorted by armoured personnel carriers. As they moved up the An Lao Valley Road, they were ambushed by PAVN and VC in the surrounding hills, and 5 of the APCs were destroyed by heavy weapons. 1 US advisor was wounded, and another, Specialist 5 William R. Hamlin, was reported missing. His body was recovered on December 11th. Private First Class Arthur A. Shelton had volunteered to go to Vietnam as a shotgun rider, an infantryman trained as a door gunner on a 90-day temporary duty assignment. The shotgun rider program was top secret, as only non-combatant advisors were acknowledged to be in Vietnam at that time. On December 8th, Shelton was assigned as a door gunner on a gunship with the 119th Assault Helicopter Company. 21 helicopters from the 119th and 117th were working to airlift an ARVN counterattack in the An Lao Valley. His gunship with VNAF aircraft were attacking the valley sides when a .30 caliber round struck Shelton, who died before reaching the hospital at Nha Trang. On the third day of the battle, 3 ARVN battalions, around 1,000 men, regained control of the An Lao Valley and district headquarters. Intensive air attacks weakened the communists, and the ARVN, under heavy fire, recaptured the hill. During the battle, the ARVN sustained approximately 300 casualties, the communists 150. The battle illustrated a change in the tactics of the communists, from small-scale guerrilla attacks to larger actions, with main force units combining with local forces.